Town Talk this week takes us to Plymouth Town Hall for an update.
Today we're going to talk about some of the good things that are happening in the town of Plymouth. And the first one is the shellfish beds. I think a lot of our residents saw that we were able to reopen the shellfish beds that had been closed for a long time off of Long Beach. Now that season has just closed, but we are very proud and happy to see the number of participants that actually went out there and did clamming and gathered their buckets. It was good news for all of us. Season will reopen again in the late spring, and we anticipate that those beds are pretty full, so we're going to have a lot of people that will buy shellfish licenses. Also, I wanted to speak a little bit about Water Street improvements. Although I know the traffic and the inconvenience has been difficult for a lot of people, the Water Street Culvert project was a very large success, something that was overdue in the community, and we were pleased that we received so much support, particularly financial support for the project. That has now been completed. There'll be small things that we'll need to do around the area, but we always wanted to make sure that we could get that reopened in time for things like the parade. We also knew from the phone calls, and because we anticipated how much that street is used, that it would be a problem for some of the businesses in the area as well as the through traffic. But some of the longer-term Water Street projects that we're looking at are, of course, the sewer. That's something that needs to be done. It's one of the toughest areas to work in, so it's something that we have to look at closely. We made an attempt, as many of you know, last year. We weren't successful, so we will be looking at that project again. And then overall Water Street improvements, which will include better lighting, looking at how it's laid out, where the parking falls. It's called the Water Street Promenade. The DPW director, Jonathan Beater, has held a couple open sessions with the public to go over what could this look like, what will it entail, how much money is it, and where will we find the funding. As many of you know, we look at the possibilities of grant funding or other funding sources besides taxes very often. We weren't successful with this first round of grant applications for what's called a MassWorks grant. We were hoping to get some of the money for the Water Street Promenade. But that's not going to set us back. We'll continue to apply for applications. We'll bring a portion of the project to the Springtown meeting. We are moving forward with looking at what will it cost to put the utilities underground in that area. We know it will look more beautiful, but is it worth that price? We're also really pleased to announce that we have received our conditional approval from the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection to do the police station parking lot. We have talked to many of you about this for a while. We know that there is waste under the police station and that some of that gas is migrating both towards the structure, towards the police station itself, into the outer areas. So Mass DEP has approved our plan. We are thankful that town meeting supported us on this a year ago, and we hope to have a shovel in the ground any day now. The bids have gone out. They are back in. We should be signing a contract shortly, and we'll get that area cleaned up. So it's nice to be able to appear on the show and talk about some of the better projects that are going on in the community. And although the inconvenience and traffic patterns is something we know we have to deal with and mitigate as much as possible, I think that you are going to be proud of the community when you see the number of improvements that we're able to do over the next couple of years. And again, if anyone ever has questions about the projects going on or what we're doing or what we have planned, I hope that you would reach out to Jonathan Beater, the DPW director, or you can reach out to town management, either myself or the assistant town manager at any time. We're right at Town Hall on the 3rd floor.